Chosen one, you're standing on the edge of something colossal. There's a divine shift happening in the spirit realm, and you're about to see the physical manifestation of a supernatural payday. The kind that doesn't just bless your pockets, it shifts your entire existence. What's coming to you is not logical, not explainable by systems or trends, because it's not man-made, it's supernatural. It's a payout that's been accumulating in silence, hidden behind every moment you chose to walk in faith instead of fear, obedience instead of rebellion, alignment instead of resistance. And now, the reward has grown too big to contain. The heavens have decided, you've won too much. Stay with this message till the very end. Let your soul catch fire with these words. Something powerful is being unlocked through your agreement, through your belief. In the comments, write your warmest wishes and drop 777 to seal this activation with intention. This is not just a message, it's a call to the universe, to every law of energy and manifestation, that you are ready. Ready for wishes to come true. Ready for the floodgates to open. Ready for supernatural supply to meet supernatural demand. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There is no force more unstoppable than the divine momentum behind the payday that's chasing you down right now. You didn't earn this by grinding alone. You grew into it by becoming the version of yourself that heaven trusts with abundance. You've been through fire, through lack, through silence, through betrayal. And all of it was preparing you for the volume of reward that's about to find its way into your hands. This isn't just your season, it's your surplus. You're not about to just be paid. You're about to be overwhelmed. You see, a supernatural payday doesn't follow a calendar. It doesn't respect the boundaries of financial logic. It comes when the unseen realm gets the green light to flood your life with compensation for every invisible seed you've ever sown. You've done more than survive, chosen one. You've endured with a level of grace and spiritual maturity that most can't even comprehend. That's why this payday feels like it's too much, because the pain was too deep. The silence lasted too long. The waiting broke something in you and rebuilt something sacred. You're not stepping into increase, you're stepping into overflow. There's a difference. Increase happens when you're rewarded according to expectation. Overflow happens when the blessing exceeds every mental, emotional, and financial limit you ever had. And right now, the limits are being shattered. The spiritual vaults are opening. The angels assigned to your harvest are already in motion. Everything you lost, everything you thought was forgotten, is being repaid, multiplied. This payday is not just going to solve problems. It's going to birth solutions. You will become the answer you were always waiting for. There's about to be so much wealth, so much favor, so much access, that your identity will shift. You're not the one who's begging for breakthroughs anymore. You're the one releasing them. What once looked like failure was actually divine setup. What once felt like punishment was actually divine positioning. And now, everything hidden is about to be revealed. Everything owed is about to be released. This isn't a loan from the universe. It's a lump sum release of energy that has been building over time. Supernatural paydays are like spiritual tsunamis. They move silently until the moment of impact, and then they overtake everything in their path. You've been seeing signs, random blessings, sudden clarity, encounters that don't make sense. All of these are early signals of what's about to crash into your reality. You've been marked for this moment, and it's going to shake your entire life. You'll wake up in abundance. You'll walk in rooms you weren't even invited to and be treated like royalty. You'll get messages that say, "We want to bless you." You'll see your name on things you never signed for because heaven already co-signed. You'll watch your past seasons turn into testimonies of wealth and restoration, and people will be shocked. They'll ask how, and you won't be able to give them a logical answer. Because the answer is this: it was supernatural. You were chosen. You won too much. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. The payout includes more than just money. It includes honor, respect, peace, protection, alignment, resources, relationships that elevate you instead of draining you, opportunities that find you instead of you chasing them. This is a harvest that overflows into every area of your life. Your body will feel better, your mind will get clearer, your joy will return, and your laughter, that deep, soul-filled laughter, will become your soundtrack again. Because joy always follows justice. And your justice is here. Your spirit has known this moment was coming. That's why you never gave up. That's why you couldn't quit, even when everything inside you wanted to. Something deep within you kept whispering, "Hold on, it's coming." And that whisper wasn't wrong. It was your future calling out to your now. The delay wasn't denial. The process wasn't punishment. It was divine timing aligning the supernatural payday with the version of you that could carry it well. And now that you've become that person, it's being released. Get ready for what makes no sense in the natural. Get ready for gifts that have no strings, for overflow that cannot be stopped, for open doors you didn't knock on, for blessings you didn't chase. They're chasing you. This is what supernatural payday feels like. Surreal, unreal, but still yours. It will leave you speechless and weeping. It will humble you and elevate you at the same time. You'll feel the shift so deeply, you'll know. This didn't come from man. This came from something bigger, something higher, something divine. And when it comes, when it lands, remember who you are. Don't shrink. Don't question. Don't apologize. Receive it boldly. You paid the price in silence. You showed up when it hurt. You walked in faith when everything said you were foolish. You poured out love when all you got back was betrayal. You stood your ground when the storm tried to knock you out. So now you receive. You receive what is beyond fair. You receive what is pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You receive the too much. They will wonder how. They will whisper why. And you will walk forward knowing that what they call sudden, heaven calls scheduled. The supernatural payday was never random. It was planned. It was promised. It was preserved. For such a time as this. Chosen one. What's happening in your life right now isn't coincidence. It's divine orchestration. You are walking into a moment that has been prepared in heaven, wrapped in grace, and sealed with supernatural favor. You're not about to receive just what you need. You're about to receive what only the divine can provide. And when it happens, your only response will be awe. Your spirit will recognize the magnitude. Your heart will finally understand why the wait was so long. Because what's coming is that big. Supernatural paydays don't show up for everyone. They are reserved for those who have endured the unbearable, yet chose to stay aligned. Reserved for those who were tested and found faithful. And that's you. You've passed tests that no one saw. You've cried in silence and still chose to show up in power. You've been overlooked, underestimated, misjudged, and yet you stayed in position. And now you're being positioned above. There's an invisible vault in the spirit realm, and your name has been stamped across it. What was once sealed is now breaking open. The locks of delay have been broken. The seals of limitation have been cracked. And all the energy that was being stored up, all the wealth that was being redirected, all the favor that was being built up, it's coming in waves now. It's like a flood that can't be stopped. It's a divine release that the universe can't hold back any longer. The spiritual pressure has built to its peak, and it's now overflowing. There will be people who try to explain your breakthrough by logic. Let them try. Because what they don't understand is this. This isn't logic. This is divine payment. This is the payout for every hidden act of faith. For every time you encouraged someone else when you were the one who needed a miracle. For every time you smiled while carrying invisible battles. For every moment you forgave, gave, and chose to rise, even when it felt like you were collapsing inside. Your supernatural payday is the universe's response to your alignment. You've entered into a realm where lack no longer has power over you. The bondage of scarcity has been broken. The illusion of not having enough has been shattered. And now, your entire system is shifting to match the truth. You are wealthy. You are provided for. You are flooded with more than enough. And not just for you, but for those connected to your journey. Because when heaven pays you, it pays you to become a blessing to others. You are no longer surviving. You are sustaining, supporting, providing. You have become the source. Every time you were passed up for an opportunity, every time your gift was ignored, every time you gave your all and received nothing back, it was all recorded. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was forgotten. The delay was never about denial. It was about the weight of what's coming. Your capacity had to be expanded. Your endurance had to be strengthened. Your vision had to be purified. So when the supernatural payday arrives, you won't mishandle it. You won't minimize it. You won't sabotage it. You will rise into it. There is a reason why this season feels different, why you feel a pull in your soul, why your sleep has been lighter, why your dreams are more vivid, why signs and synchronicities have been flooding your awareness. You're not imagining it. You're tuning in. Your spiritual senses are being heightened because what's coming is spiritual in origin, and your soul is preparing to receive it. You are being conditioned for overflow, calibrated for abundance, rewired for success that is divinely installed. This supernatural payday isn't a moment. It's a movement. It's going to last. It's going to grow. It's going to multiply itself through you. Because it's not just about cash. It's about capacity. It's about elevation. It's about becoming a lighthouse that radiates divine wealth, so others know what's possible. You are about to become a living, breathing example of what heaven can do when a chosen one stays true to their call. Doors are opening without keys. Connections are forming without effort. You'll find yourself in places where the atmosphere shifts in your favor. Negotiations will turn into gifts. Delays will turn into acceleration. Dry seasons will suddenly become fertile. You'll find yourself saying, "I didn't even ask for this." And that's exactly how you'll know it's supernatural. Because you won't be chasing it. It will be chasing you. There will be no more begging. No more scrambling. No more settling for crumbs. You've been faithful over little. Now, you're being made ruler over much. And it's not pride, it's purpose. Because abundance in the hands of a chosen one becomes legacy. It becomes healing. It becomes influence. This is your new normal. Waking up to unexpected deposits, receiving gifts from unexpected people, walking in rooms that feel like dreams. You won't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your presence will say what words cannot. Your aura will shift atmospheres. People will feel the energy of divine approval around you. And those who once ignored you will now be asking how you did it. But they'll never fully understand it, because it wasn't done in the natural. It was spiritual. It was alignment over ambition. It was obedience over ego. It was purpose over pressure. You'll know your payday has come when everything that used to drain you no longer has access to you. When chaos can't reach your peace. When fear can't touch your faith. When doubt has no voice in your decisions. That's when you'll know. The shift wasn't just financial. It was foundational. Your entire life structure has been rebuilt for abundance. Your nervous system is adjusting to receive instead of struggle. Your reality is catching up to your spirit. Don't be surprised when the floodgates of favor blow open. Don't be surprised when you start seeing numbers you've never imagined in your bank account. Don't be surprised when strangers become divine connections and miracles become your new normal. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's payday. And it's supernatural. You won too much because you gave too much, loved too much, sacrificed too much. And now, everything you've ever poured out is coming back with interest. There's no need to explain or justify what's coming. Just receive it. The reward was promised. The outcome was sealed. And your only job now is to walk in it. Boldly, freely, joyfully. This isn't temporary. This isn't hype. This is your new reality. Chosen one, this moment in your life is not only a transition, it's a total transformation. You've been walking through a season of preparation, and now you are standing at the edge of manifestation. What you're about to receive isn't small, and it certainly isn't ordinary. It's a divine compensation for the weight of your calling. It's the type of reward that heaven assigns to warriors, not worriers. You have carried burdens in silence, and now the noise of your breakthrough is going to echo louder than the pain ever did. You are shifting into a realm where natural laws no longer apply. What would take years for others is going to happen in moments for you. Not because you cut corners, but because you stayed true. You stayed aligned when it would have been easier to compromise. You stayed loyal to the vision when it would have been easier to abandon it. You held on to faith when fear tried to bury you. And now, the time has come. Not just for release, but for restoration. Not just for breakthrough, but for overflow. This supernatural payday has been circling you, waiting for permission to land. And now that you've fully stepped into the identity of the version of you who can carry it, it's arriving with power. You may not feel ready, but that's the beautiful paradox of divine blessings. They show up when you feel least qualified, not because you're unworthy, but because your worth isn't measured by how perfect you are. It's measured by how faithful you've been. The payoff is going to match the process. The weight of your reward is equal to the weight of your pain. The deeper the sacrifice, the greater the release. And your sacrifices haven't just been financial or physical. They've been emotional, spiritual, relational. You've lost people. You've walked away from comfort. You've rebuilt your mindset brick by brick while the world was still trying to hand you the rubble of old identities. That kind of courage doesn't go unnoticed in the heavens. Get ready to be a magnet for miracles. Not once, not twice, but constantly. Because the supernatural realm has declared, you are cleared for overflow. There are doors opening that your name is already on, and you haven't even knocked. There are contracts being finalized in conversations you haven't even heard. There are blessings with tracking numbers headed directly to your destiny, and nothing can intercept them. Not envy, not delay, not sabotage. You've been cleared for divine delivery. People will wonder why it's happening so fast, but only you know how long you've actually been waiting. Only you understand how many layers had to be healed, how many fears had to be conquered, how many inner battles had to be won before this outer reward could show up. You didn't skip the process. You respected it. And now, the universe is about to reward you with a pace that makes the pain worth it. Speed will be your portion. Acceleration will be your new flow. Don't shrink back when the abundance begins to show. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Don't apologize for what's being released in your life. You've walked through too much darkness to hide your glow now. What's coming is proof. Proof that your struggle was not in vain. Proof that your tears had purpose. Proof that your surrender was seen. And the magnitude of this supernatural payday is going to be so undeniable. Even your enemies will have no choice but to witness it. And not only witness it, but watch it grow. Because the blessing coming isn't just a one-time moment. It's a divine flow. It's a lifestyle change. It's the kind of wealth that builds legacies, not just accounts. It's the kind of favor that changes bloodlines, not just situations. You are being set apart to walk in an inheritance that was spiritually assigned before you ever even prayed for it. What you thought you lost, it was actually being stored, multiplied, upgraded. There are breakthroughs scheduled to arrive without struggle. Ideas that will generate streams of income on autopilot. Relationships that will elevate you without you needing to perform. This new season isn't about effort. It's about alignment. Things are going to come naturally now. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you became aligned with your supernatural purpose. And alignment is always the gateway to abundance.